Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Again with you, Omar from Brownsburg Motorsports, and today we have a 2013 BMW M5, and we're going to be installing the VLAND smoked taillight on this. Some people call it GTS style taillights. I've done a video on this a couple weeks ago for a 435i. If you have a 4 Series, you should check that out. Came out really cool. And today we're going to do the same thing on this M5. These taillights, or like this procedure, will be the same on any BMW F10, whether it's a 528, 535, 550, or M5 for those between 2011 and 2016. And we'll drop the link in the description below for these taillights. If you have an F10, I think they were like 280 or 270. Pretty easy process, so we're gonna jump straight to it. All right, we're here in the driver's side trunk area, and I have already removed all the covers in the bottom. I have disconnected the battery because obviously we're gonna mess with electronics. And the battery, for those of you who doesn't know, the battery is right there. I have it currently on the charger to charge it up, but we disconnect the negative terminal, just a 10mm nut, and you disconnect it. As you saw, I wrapped the terminal around a towel, so that way it doesn't touch the body, close the circuit, and might cause a short circuit or any issues here and there. But without further ado, the first step we're gonna do is obviously we're gonna replace the inner tail light and the inner tail light and the outer tail light. We're gonna start with the outer tail light. We have this cover over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull on that, and I just have like these 3 tabs that kind of holds it in place. And I have my 10mm here, and this tail light does not have bolts from the front like the 4 Series and 3 Series do. What it does have though, it does have a 2 or 3 8mm nuts in the back, so we're going to be removing this cover. So let me grab the clip remover and the necessary tools, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Alright, once the clips are removed, we can go ahead and just pull on this a little bit and it will come off. Now we have 3 8mm nuts, one on the side, one on the side, and one on the side, and we can access them from the inside. Let me grab the camera and show you where they're at. So I already removed 2 of them. So there's one right there up top, there's one at the bottom, right there. The connector is just a pull connector, so you just pull on that, it comes off. And then the last one is, let me see if I can show you, the last one is right there on top. Let me see if I can, right there, right where my finger is. If you guys could see it, right there. Yep, that's the third one. Once you remove those 3 8mm nuts, the tail light should come off very easily. So we're gonna need an extension for my 8mm, which I got right here. Okay, now we can access that last 8mm. Let's make sure. Just like that. That's the last one. It's supposed to be the nut that comes off, but instead the entire stud came off. But regardless, that's how your third one is supposed to be. And when you unscrew this nut, supposedly just the nut comes off, but the stud might come off for you as well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side and grab the new ones. All right, those are the new VLAND tail lights. This is how they come in the box. They're packaged very nicely. As you see, the foam everywhere to keep them in good shape, and they're packaged very nicely. And like I said, they came the same way packaged for the other 435, but we're gonna start with the outer tail light. So let me grab the right one and I'll show you what that's gonna look like. Alright, as you see, that's what the tail light looks like. I haven't removed the wrap yet. I'm not going to just yet until we are done. But from the inside, basically we're going to have the ballast modules, which is 2 of them. Let's see if we can believe there's only one more clip from the top. I've been thinking about this from earlier. There's one clip from the top that I'm gonna go ahead and remove. Clip remover like that. Alright. This will make the job easier. To just get the entire thing out of our way. Just the clip that fell off just now. There we go. This will make the job just much easier. So let me just hold that just like that. And I'm gonna try and make sure you guys could see the inside. Alright, so we fed this light, or we fed this harness through here. And then we have the two diodes, or like the two ballast module, these two right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tape on the back of them. Come on now. Yeah, the 3M tape sometimes can be a pain to get off. Perfect. Yeah, the first one. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this to the back right here, and I'll show you what I glued it or kind of installed it, just so that you guys have an idea. There's a very good spot for this. Let's see if I can use my flathead. My flathead would make it easier. Yep, okay. Got it. Then the second one right next to it. All right, let me see if I can show you guys. So both of them are on the inside, right there. All right, that sums up the part for the modules or the ballasts. Now the connector is exactly the same as the original one, or like, you know, the one that came from the headlight, taillight itself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and push that in. As you see, just like, you know, it fits right in. Now, I'm not gonna say the problem is, but I'm hoping that this is gonna be enough to reach the inner tail light. So the next step is I'm gonna go ahead and show you how we're gonna remove the cover that's on the trunk, so that way we can access the inner tail lights. All right, we're gonna start with the clip remover, and I have this clip remover tool. Oh wow, this is actually not bad at all. First time I tried on a clip. Okay. Same thing there. Yeah, this tool is pretty cool. And in case for those of you who are wondering, it's a Steelman tool. Steelman is a really good brand. I love their headlights. It's the one I'm actually using right now. Let me get that clip. Perfect. And then we have one right there that was already removed. Okay. Then let's see.
Like it was made for that.
Right? I don't believe we have any. I know we have two screws right there. BMW is very discreet about covering their screws with fabric. But other than that, I don't believe we have anything. These, I'm pretty sure, comes off when we remove the screws. So we're gonna need a screwdriver for those two screws. Got a Phillip head screwdriver for the two in the bottom. I don't know if you guys could see them well, but they are covered. They covered them with fabric. But if you look closely with the light, you'll be able to see them. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys could see it. Yeah, that's the one. And the second one. And after this should come right off. All right. You're gonna put that to the side. Now we should be, there we go, perfect, yeah. I left the last two clips, which is one right here and one right here. And it's just like the other clips. Those two clips kind of like hold everything. So that way it doesn't fall on you. I'm gonna put that right there. There we go. Come on. Perfect. And now we should be able to remove the cover on the trunk. Shouldn't have any more clips. Just to kind of make sure and go over this. Yeah. Just make sure. Alright, so we got that. Perfect. Yeah, the last two clips, well, we can't really see them, but they hook up to the struts here for the trunk. Then once we remove that, we're gonna have a connector on the back for the start-stop function, or like, you know, the lock for the tailgate. That's one. And then the last thing is this right here, which you can simply remove by pushing that in. There we go. And that comes right off from here. So basically, let me show you. We had two connectors. Let me see if you guys could see this. Oh, here we go. We had two connectors. We had, you guys could see that? Yes. We had one connector here for the light, and we had one connector here for the button for the trunk. And that's that. We'll remove this cover and put it on the side now. All right, so to remove the old tail light, the only thing you're gonna have is an 8mm nut right there. You loosen that, and then your tail light comes off from the top, basically like this. This is how the tail light will come off. The 8mm nut is gonna be the same placement. This is the new one, but the stock one is gonna be the same. Use an 8mm for that nut, and that would kind of loosen it, and then you can pull out your tail light. The only thing you have to disconnect is the connector here, and that's the only connector that connects to the stock tail light. Now to install the new one, we're gonna retrace our steps, and by that I mean we're gonna start installing it from this side first, because we have the guides over here. So feed the harness, start to set it properly, and make sure those guides are sitting there intact. On the new tail lights, you also have to loosen the 8mm before the installation. And now I can push on it from here, and while I'm pushing, I'm gonna start tightening the 8mm nut. There we go. Perfect. And you don't have to tighten this all the way, so like there's no stopping point on this, because you can break the bracket to the side that's holding it. But essentially now what we're gonna do is, now that that's installed, we're gonna connect the stock connector to the new tail light. And then we have the second one, which is right there. This is, I believe, for the sequential turn signal. And we're gonna fish the harness from the inner tail light, from the outer tail light to the inner tail light. All right, I have a transmission dipstick right here. Obviously it's cleaned up, but I'm gonna be using this. The idea is I'm gonna go ahead and fish this through from the top first. Seems to be having some, oh, I think it's here. No, it's not. It's not here yet. No. Okay, now that came out from here, I'm gonna take the harness to the side. I don't know if you guys could see that or no, but I'm taping the connector to the transmission dipstick. You can use a couple zip ties as well, that would also work. Alright, and then we're gonna fish it through. There we go, started to come out. It's almost there. You can see it. Nice. All right. And our harness is right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and remove the tape now. I think even an oil dipstick would actually work because it's not really that long of a distance. Okay. Let me remove the tape on this. And if you hear that noise in the background, it's rain and the motion sensor. But anyway, I'm gonna feed this from here too. Perfect. And we're gonna feed it all the way in until we reach our connector. You wanna make sure you connect that right. There is some guides on the side. Perfect. The guides are there. So make sure you put this harness here in the proper appropriate bracket. I might run it twice. There we go. Now our connector is in properly, and our harness is running properly through the proper chains over here, and it's actually plenty of space. So like, I thought the harness is not going to be enough, but it looks like it's plenty, to be honest with you. So with this being done, you can zip tie the harnesses on the bottom over there. You can zip tie them together just to kind of, you know, make it look better and organize it. So I'm gonna grab a few zip ties and zip tie this together. Also, the last thing I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and put the 8mm nuts. You guys look at that. Turn signal. Reverse. Park. You can turn it off. That is beautiful, you guys. That is absolutely beautiful. I couldn't ask for better results. Anyway, I will drop the link in the description below for these taillights, and if you guys need any help getting yours, hit me up on Instagram or TikTok, and as always, make sure you like and follow for more.